Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video is working well. I'm waiting for incognito window to give me a feedback that things are fine, and then we'll get started with my first serious launch. Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to Okay, as of now, I think audio and video is working well. So let's get started. So today, I want to share with you guys my recent project. I have a feeling that many of you might actually need this or utilize this. So this is a software that I built. It is called video processing tool. Oh, sorry, this side. Yeah, video processing tool. So the intent with the software is that if you want to do little things on video files, for example, if you just want to trim the timeline, if you want to basically flip the video file, for example, let's say you are using your mobile phone and you shot a video with a front camera, but flip setting was not on. And again, all of these things can be done without any issue when you're talking about video editor software, but that's a messy process. If all you want to do is flip, it's almost like if you want to rotate an image, you have to open Photoshop. You don't. Like, you can right click and it says, like, rotate clockwise or rotate counterclockwise. So I wanted something that way for video files. Now, if you used mobile phones recently, you would have noticed that WhatsApp, Telegram, they give you a very good real-time editor, not editor, I would be processor, so to say, where you can trim the video, crop the video. So I wanted an easy way of doing those things without requiring a full video editor. So that gave birth to this idea. Now this is built on top of FFmpeg. So FFmpeg is basically majority of the planet runs on it. So that core software is basically a library of video processors that's literally ingrained into internet, everything basically. However, while it is super powerful and people have built even video editor software with it, it does not exist as a what you call software. It exists as a command line utility. So you have to learn a whole plethora of commands in order to do even simple things. So now, again, for programmer, that's fine, but for you and I, that's not fine. So that gave birth to this idea. It's like, what if I create a UI skin? Put some love into it to make it usable. So this is the software, and right now it's beta launch because again, while I am paying a programmer to make this, and please do not suggest AI is not good enough. I did try it, it is not good enough. And again, it becomes a problem, what we call blind leading the blind. If a person is working on it, there is a very good chance second person can see it. If AI is working on it, it's like, God help you. And AI is not that cooked yet. So we are just launching it, and there is a good chance that he might get a job. So this project might get abandoned. That's why I rushed this beta launch. Most of the function are working. There was an issue in the basically Hindi live stream that bit rate was not working properly. Thankfully, I was working with the programmer Jagannath, and he fixed that issue. There was a what we call there was a hard-coded limit, because again, he has a very low power hardware. So that hardware was, to save time, he's hard-coded the bitrate. That has been fixed. 0.3 is now online. It should work everything. Only thing core functionality-wise missing right now is the log file that it is creating is not great. But again, for most of your use case, like, everyday use cases, it should be fine. So the idea is you open this application, you drop your video file, and it just processes it for you. For example, you shot something, but you need to flip it. Click one of those flip button, vertical or horizontal. If you're like, okay, a lot of video editors who work full time, they have a lot of clips, but clips have what you call copyrighted music. Drop the video file here, click the mute button, the end. It strips the audio file. Or in my case, like I have this camera and I'm using this DJI mic, and because again, I'm only one person, audio is going into one channel, either left or right. That is almost unusable. So if I drop it here, I click stereo to mono, tada, that problem goes away. And now you get audio on both sides. Then you have basically audio functions where it's like, 6 dB add, 3 dB add, or minus 3 dB, minus 6 dB, basically volume level if you're not happy with it. Rotate functions are on the top, rotate 90 degree, rotate 180, rotate 270, rotate custom rotation. Again, why would you need custom rotation? But if you need, it supports it. And then you have thumbnail. Yes, video files do support thumbnail, specifically MP4. Then you have remove thumbnail. Then you have select this frame as the thumbnail. And then you have crop, which again, very desirable function. You crop it, and Then you are talking about trim function. Uh, so basically you can trim the timelines, add subtitles, strip subtitle, those sort of functions are there. So I want all of you to go to GitHub, use this system, share your opinions on it, basically what's working, what's not working. I have created a what you call a group in Telegram and in Discord also, where you can share all the opinion things that are working and not working. So again, this program will only be successful if we get a real world use case scenario. If it's just like in the general generator. No. So again, this is what I was working on. Which AI you used? Claude, GPT, others also. Again, we tried it. It was not good enough. And again, if AI was actually good enough, people would not have any jobs. But given the fact that people are now cutting on AI tokens, not on jobs, that's how we know. Again, it's uncooked. I do see a future where that should not be an issue, but it's not here yet. As in 2026 August, it's not here yet. So I do needed to make sure. Did you fix the bitrate issue? Yes. Did you not check that Telegram? I said like V 0.3 is updated. That should solve this issue. V 0.3 is now online. Can you explain what's the current live stream is about? Video processing tool, is it? Many times heard about it by you. Again, were you not watching the stream? Like, it's literally, the stream is 6 minutes. So have you not watching? Like, this is the software that hold on. Yeah, this is the software that I was building, and now it's ready for beta launch. So you can download this software. It might throw up an error from Windows Defender. You can ignore it and it should work, and it will allow you to do basic video things with it. It's not a video editor, it's just a video processor. Basically, for example, let's say I recorded this camera shot and the shot files is like, inverted. You drop it here, rotate it, done, go home. Again, it will not do conversion. That is planned, but we are not there yet. I will also add repair function. Again, not yet, because again, I might be worried about time, so I'm 6 minutes late. Is it Windows only or work on different OS? It will, as of now, I'm testing the Windows part. Jagannath, who's the programmer, he tested it for Linux. There is a Linux distribution here, so it should work on Linux. Mac, I do not care. So, take on ChatGPT latest Soul and say claim token cost. Again, see, AI claims are hulululu at this point in time. You do not have to pay attention to it. You do not have to look into it. It's just fake claims. We are very far from productive Jarvis level system. Now, we are very close to useful AI. We are not there where you can have like, again, basically we need like the game Horizon Zero Dawn. You need a master AI that is a communication AI, and then you need engines, almost like a sub AI, which is tailor-made for only and only one thing. Like, okay, HTML, this engine takes care of it. CSS, this engine takes care of it. Java, this engine takes care of it. This whole idea of like doing this and everything on free is like paid version, free version. You can, dude, why you keep stucking in that? Like, if you think you can make with AI, please make it with AI. I tried it. Programmers tried it. Programmer who is employed abroad, they tried it. It was not stable. It was like unmaintainable. That's the term that I got. Unmaintainable software. If you think you can do it with AI, go YOLO and do it with AI. Again, I'm not going to talk and repeat the same thing again and again. We tried it. It did not work. Again, you might like, oh, you should do this. Again, we are not there for this. That's not the discussion point. That's not the main thing. Does it work on our architecture processor? Yeah, that I don't know. It will require some sort of a translation layer. So unless somebody who has what you call Qualcomm laptops, I can't test it. It should work. It should work. But again, we do not have an ARM only version, so to say. You have tried log profile on your AM? Said no, no. Again, my main thing is I want to utilize as little time as possible. Like, again, I enjoy researching things, I enjoy making presentation, I enjoy talking about it. Anything other than that, I minimize. Anything else that I again, that's why I spent so much money into getting this, DJI Mic 3. Why? It is 32-bit. I do not have to adjust the audio level. So, why did you close the political section in your Telegram app? People were pooping too much. It's like, sometimes I forget, like these children have not grown, even though age-wise they are old. They're still in that era where it's like, oh, he said this, that's why I'm saying this. It's like, that's not how it works. If somebody starts pooping in the street, you just ignore it. Like troll and bullies, they only work as long as you keep feeding it. The easiest way to stop it is not feeding it. Then it's like almost like I'm a principal where it's like, oh, he said this or he said that. I'm like, bro, you guys are not mature enough for political science. I'll shut it down. It becomes a hassle. Hope you would make the nicer looking newer UI icons. Dude, that's my icons. I like it. So I have Raspberry Pi ARM64 processor. You should test it. You should test it. Again, I know FFmpeg works on what you call ARM. Again, nobody in my team has that hardware to test it and validate it. That is an issue. Again, right now that's not the main hurdle. Main thing was we wanted something that can just do the basic cooking. Again, it will be a very big godsend for people who have to do a lot of video work. And for average Joe, once in a while they will need this and they will be very, very happy that it is there. Why China reusable rocket video is not public yet? Schedule traffic. I did release a post, right? Like I went to Bangalore for some work and that messed up the scheduling. That's why the video files have been scrambled. The deadline has been scrambled. They will start pooping in the other section, so better. No. See, now if they poop in other section, I'll just keep blocking them. At some point, it's like, I thought it would be good, and everybody just kept talking about that. Like there was no notification, like photography section is working, meme section is working. General, we had some discussion and all that, but everything just became politics and religion and all that. So it's like, meh. Hold on, did I receive a message? Ouch. Okay, I will give you feedback. Okay. Government is planning to do data consumption like 1 GB or maybe cost 1 rupee. That's what I don't think so, and I hope not. How many years Java's level AI according to you? Again, right now everybody is trying to make one AI to do it all. So unless I see changes in that fundamental behavior, I do not think that's happening. If we can put a cheap PDRC volumes of a Nikon Metapace, a small vibration speed BLC PUBG glycol more efficient maybe. It will not change efficiency. It's just that, for example, I have that coating, basically PDRC. I have PDRC on my rooftop, and yes, it does work. So panel wise, it's just that you are getting the cooling in a liquid. That's a direct application. So if you have a scenario where, like, let's just say you want to cool this room, not the whole house, but this room, then it makes sense. So, and again, I did suggest the GAN school people to make something like that because that will remove the hassle of painting. If panels shipping because of the solar panel industry, that is very sorted technology. You can just ship it. And again, water connector or oil connector, if they want to make sure that it lasts for 25 years, oil connectors are good enough. Again, it may not be thermally conductive enough, but it is good enough. And then you will have a reservoir of cold liquid to do something with it. And again, it will, hold on. My apologies. It will basically, it will not cool your roof, but it will stop it from heating up because again, all the energy would be reflected. So it is there, but it will not improve efficiency, fundamentally speaking. It just gives you cooling in a concentrated area. So for example, if it's like 5 watt per meter square, it will remain 5 watt per meter square. It's just giving you cooling in a, when I asked AI about low fertility 1.8, I said it's manageable through controlled immigration and productive grains. Yeah, it's the agenda of UN and they're gonna die. Yeah, that's not how it works. Because here's the deal, the easiest way to understand immigration is going to work or not is that the country that is filled with good people, the country would be good. For example, if Japanese people are good, Japan would be a good country. And Japanese immigrant will not have a bad. Again, same will go with South Korea. If South Korea is filled with good people, the country would be good. And again, when they will immigrate, they will not have too much hassle. Now, if India is filled with average people, not great, not terrible, India would be average country, not great, not terrible. And again, same thing, you go abroad. Now, if you go into African nations, which are like filled with civil war, filled with this rights and all that, all those sort of things, yeah, then bad things will happen. So That's the agenda of leftist brain damage, but it's not a useful tool. User in this stream, UBI will be implemented as a massive population because unemployed, but the problem with UBI is that it's just another form of social. No, no, see, UBI is just a what you call trying V0 V3. UBI is a different sort of what you call toolkit. It's a different kind of toolkit. Uh, okay, guys, just give me 1 minute. I'll bring some tea. Just 1 minute. Okay, hold on. Let me like showcase the images so at least some people will have some idea what the hell is going on. Ta-da. Okay. I am back. My apologies. I did needed some drink, otherwise I'm gonna keep sneezing. Keep sneezing. Hold up. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Uh, problem is okay. Hmm. Yes. Ah, UBI is a bit different than socialism because again, you keep the structure intact. You just basically you have a different type of welfare state, and the core essence is you do not disable it if people start to make little bit of money. A lot of country, UK, USA, all of them had this what you call a fundamental flaw in their welfare state is that they will give you money, and if you get any sort of job, they will just cut off the welfare. Now, problem with that is starting jobs will rarely give you any amount of money. So a lot of people got permanently like welfare puppies. So you have to change that. And again, capitalism can only function if there is a job market, and AI destroys that job market. So how the heck you take care of it? So it's adoption. My health is not good today. Well, get well soon. Have you heard about the Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan defense pact like NATO? It's paper tiger or it's threat to India or other nation? I do not know. And again, Saudi nations do not have good partnership, so I do not care about that. For example, there is two choke points when you are looking into Saudi area. There is Strait of Hormuz and there is a Bal at the second one, basically just below the Suez Canal. Yemen, basically how Iran has power is because these two choke points they can block. Now here's deal. That's not the only way. Basically, Saudi can work with Yemen. No, what is the second country below there? Hold up. Let me open the map. There's a country below it. I keep forgetting. Dubai, UAE is one. Hold up. Yep. Oman. Oman is stable enough country, and Saudi Arabia is stable enough, and basically United Arab Emirates are stable enough. If these three countries, only three, if they work with each other and they directly created a port in, let's say, a big city. Okay, let's focus on big city. Doman, DUQM, Dokam. If they created a massive port in Dokam, they can bypass that issue, especially when they are talking about going to India, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, and China. Like they can basically solve that bottleneck, so to say. The only country that will be stuck would be Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria. So again, this is the lifetime solution. All of them knew that Iran has authority of, because again, that pinch that you have in the map, it becomes Iranian border. That's why they can do whatever they want. They do not touch Persian Gulf simply because if they did, that's an act of war. They are saying like they are policing. You will pay attention to the wording. They will always use that wording. They have to use that wording because if they openly go into war, then that's a problem. Problem will be solved. If because again, look into what Saudi Arabia did to Yemen. It's not American. Americans were like, they send propaganda and like, life value and all that. If Saudi Arabia goes to war, it's like shift, delete the whole thing. So it again, to be fair, it is a demon of their own making. They could have easily sorted it. They did not. Now it is too big of a problem. But again, three countries, they can easily have good partnership and just like, solve this problem. But no. So if anybody is saying that Saudis are building a what you call partnership and then create a long-term NATO alliance, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Uh-huh. Do you encourage people to not have many children? Again, people are free to do whatever. I'm talking about Hindus because again, we are dying. So we are reaching in a territory, what we call a meaningless suffering. So our children would be exposed to an environment that is meaningless, destructive, and suffering on an unprecedented level because my ancestor, as in the current crop of brain damage that is in the judiciary, they have created a what you call a scenario where only thing is there is suffering. Now, you can say you can fight and change it, but I know mathematically that will not happen. So that's why I'm like, I'm out. If people want to have kids, I'm not going to stop them. If people are like, I don't want to, again, I will not stop them. Now, again, that talks about Hindu. But what about humanity? Humanity should have as many kids as they want. Because again, it's not your choice. If you don't, like for example, let's just say European women are like, no, we are free, we're not going to have a kid. Yeah, whatever grandkids they will have, they will be, how should I put this? There are no feminism in Afghanistan. So that's the whole thing. Bitrate issue seems to be resolved. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was he had a setting to hard lock the bitrate in order to make sure that his low grade laptop can easily process the and testing and all that. So now the only issue left is log file. It might take tomorrow. Let's just see what happens with that. Hmm. I'm going to marry my own terms and conditions, at least half dozen children. Good luck, but it doesn't give its purpose. I'm talking about average people, not Newton. See, we have no other solution. Okay, like I get it. You are finding problems. Good, amazing. What's your solution? And do not say block AI. That's not happening. That genie is out of the bottle. So fundamentally, what suppose happened to Super Iran? Again, they are the exact same problem they had politically. They always have political failure. Always. It's like, oh, we want to fight with Iran. Just delete the country. Delete the country. Delete the country. None of this half bullshit. Same thing happened with Vietnam. Like, delete the goddamn country. If they're not gonna do that, it's like, Islam is the only solution of feminism. I'm happy the Hindus are reducing, Hindus are kakor. Yeah, a lot of people share the same, what you call, viewpoint. And given the fact that I had a gift or curse of going to actual court, I'm like, yep, I do not care. The dialogue from Hamath, we make our own villains. USA taking their way too seriously. They are old. They will be fine. Did you get proper details about VMAG motors? I tried to find it, but didn't get any details. Rather, the Hululu user previous stream, one of the foreign YouTubers will upload a video about it. Yeah, I did. Shot has been uploaded. You guys will see tomorrow. If you are a member, you will see the video right now. It's already uploaded. So, okay, let me just create a picture what is going on. It's a basic normal basic which what we call AC brushless synchronous motor. So that's part is sorted. Can it work with H.265 file? It should as long as FFmpeg supports it should work. So where was I? Damn, I forgot. So it's a brushless AC synchronous one, which I knew. Again, my videos on the topic is like 4 years ago. So that part is sorted. So what have they patented? Now, patent is they are figuring out how to do work of a resolver using the exciter. As in, the way they are claiming is that they no longer need to have an independent resolver. encoder, basically position sensor, because you are talking about electronic commutation, basically turning on and off, on and off. You do need to have a position sensor, and absolute sensor, not a relative sensor, absolute sensor. If you do not have absolute sensor, you can create a scenario where you are like, okay, send a command for clockwise, the motor might start spinning backwards, as in counterclockwise. Or you send a command for counterclockwise, it starts spinning clockwise. So detecting position of it. Now, how does motors without system work? Induction motor does not have that issue. For example, if you see a drone BLDC motors, that's why they will go, that jolt is there in order to tell it what's happening. And almost all electric vehicle application motors have a physically different hardware that is just there for what you call detection, as in like what is the position. What they have figured out, resolver, basically they have the primary signal, energy signal, which is sending current to the what you call the rotor, and they have a superimposed high frequency signal, let's say 4 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz. That signal is screaming, and using three phases of the what you call rotor of the exciter part, they can read the position. It's almost basically they superimposed two triple dipping in one hardware. One is provide power, another is use the same pipeline to read position data. That is a really cool thing, but none of them talked about it. It took me time to find the patent. It took me a lot of AI to go through the patent to understand what the hell is going on. It's cool stuff. There is no discussion about it. But again, the motor is average, basic witch motor. And they can even read temperature. Now, again, how the heck they can read temperature? They can't. They're just estimating the resistance of the copper coil. Because it's temperature dependent, they can tell you a good enough data point on that. My solution would be expand into new sector like space could be one of them. Yeah, you can't. Again, any of those sectors requires a lot of workforce. You don't have workforce because of AI. And again, if you think not everybody is Einstein, all that, space sector is one of the hardest. So again, see how many people are YouTuber, how many people covered this VMAX system in India. I'm not talking abroad, just focus on India. And how many of them even talked about like this is a known motor topology that we had. New sectors is not a solution simply because you replace this. Whatever a person is going to do, a bot will do. And again, it's because once you actually talk about real space, nobody wants to send a human. It is already very expensive, already very messy. Robots are already cheaper. Again, you will have human behind them, but you will not have front end. So it cannot absorb enough people. You cannot create a new sector because again, human only brings two things to the table, labor and brain power. AI now has that. So there is no discussion. I'm using AI to make a video about House of Dragons. Lol. Uh, magnetless synchronous is like a reluctance one. No. Reluctance motor is a different type of topology. Same way synchronous is, induction motor is different. When you are talking about brushless synchronous AC motor, which has electromagnet, it has the advantage of permanent magnet motor and induction motor. Meaning at high RPM, it will, because you can control the rotor current, you will have very low back EMF. So high RPM is also efficient. That's the weakness of permanent magnet motors. Okay, what about low RPM? Induction will work at very low RPM and it will give you torque, but it will overheat like crazy because of the slip angle. Because you have a current control on the rotor, you can increase the magnetic field and it will still remain synchronous and give you bonkers efficient torque. You can get torque in induction in low RPM, but you will not get efficient torque. PSM, permanent magnet synchronous motor, those puppies can give you torque with efficiency at low RPM. So this having the control over rotor gives you advantage in both department. Hall effect center, yes, like same way in all BLDC fans, they have to have a Hall effect sensor or apply a lot of advanced computation, like jitter rate. Like I have a fan, BLDC fan. Like I bought it like 4 or 6 years ago. It has that like it does like tutu and then starts to spin. So what do you think will happen to the Ukraine after they come out of this war? Right now, they're superpower in drone warfare. Do you think there can be military complex in the future? Right now, not in future, right now. They are military superpower right now. So, is there an intellectual person who has discovered something more interesting? Talking about electromagnetic synchronous motor. So, you're talking about which has slip rings. I told you brushless. There is slip ring version and there is in exciter version. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. You will get your answer. Like I have the book here, right? I have the book. I talked about it. Basically, hardware is this. Okay. Now, this is ancient book. So that time we did not have VFDs. Yes, this is published before moon landing. So topology is this. In generator, back then in generators, they used to use this topology of brushless exciter. Allow me to find that synchronous motor generator. Yes, the generator part, AC generators. Yes, that should be it. That should be it. We call it polyphase. Ah, ha. Brushless alternator, same thing. Basically, you have a exciter field, exciter amateur, then you have a field generator, then you have generator stator. Ancient technology. So basically, this is the topology, and their special sauces, they are using the same topology to read position also. That's special sauce, not the motor. But crimes will unnecessarily increase if a lot of people rot their brain. Even AI creates abundance. See that now you are understanding why people keep going back to UBI. There is not even a theoretical framework that can actually give us any sort of fighting chance other than UBI. Not even a theoretical framework. Etc. Three-phase DC current, H bridge, PWM, create, etc. Bro, you need to study that motor topology. If I keep explaining that, the whole live stream would become on that. Recently, I've seen a video, known guy, so there's like, heartbeat, lost soldier. Yeah, those are hulululu strange things. Wi-Fi as a camera, yeah, that can be done, but it's a very low resolution one. But again, it can tell where the person is and all that. Man cannot make him remake himself without suffering. Both a marble and a sculptor. Brushless synchronous generator already exists. Yeah, that's why I said the motor topology is ancient. I have covered this exact motor topology 4 years ago or 5 years ago at this point in time. Nothing in the motor is the unique part. The unique part is that they are figuring out how to do position data using the same hardware without requiring an independent stuff. I have to say, I am... Okay, hold on. The value of an expert lies in knowing some of the worst mistakes that could have been made and how to avoid them. There was the recent travel that I had. I was like asked to basically be an entertainer in an IPO event, the photo that I have shared. Basically, the idea is this company does a lot of IPO events almost like once a month or 2 times a month. And at that point in time, they have the company who is talking about that. So it almost becomes like an advertisement and people were getting bored. So they wanted me as a third party. So the company was making robotics for solar panel cleaning. I got into it as a holistic analysis of solar industry itself. Like I brought up some critical point. If every Tom, Dick and Harry starts to pour money into solar and they do not have compensation for the 4 critical problems, they might start to have a bubble effect, as in everything collapses. For example, panels overheating. Okay, that's the problem. Solution, PVT, start spending money in PVT. Then you have grid inertia. Start money investing into a synchronous condenser or that E2S power systems. So that's one option. My apologies. So fundamentally, Every problem has that sort of solution. And you like, it does have cheap and abundant, but does not have renewable. So how do you do renewable? You do pumped hydro and you do thermal energy storage. And again, I did not talk about battery because batteries are not suitable for large enough scale and they do not last long enough. So all the bitching I see, people are, oh, pumped hydro takes 10 years to make. Yeah, but it lasts forever after that, as long as you keep maintaining it. So that 10-year becomes a very small thing. So and that's just pumped hydro. The coal power plant system is even quicker. And given the fact that the hardware is pre-built, most of the hardware is pre-built, you can just use it. So, but those motor can never be as efficient as PSM. Okay, my guy, you have brain damage. Okay. World's most efficient motor is brushless AC synchronous motor. 99.13% efficient motor is a brushless AC synchronous motor. That motor is the only motor that allows you to achieve power factor of 1. See, don't make shit up, man. Come on. Like, don't make shit up. Oh, that's another aspect of reluctance motor. It has horrendous power factor. And if before you say, oh, what if you do power factor correction circuit, that circuit still has to deal with it. Brushless AC synchronous motor is one of the few one where you can originally have it such a way, because you control the basically rotor current. You can make sure that it will always remain at power factor of 1. You don't fix it, it does not go to bad power factor. So Europe is gone, their birth rate is below 1.5, Muslims are overtaking the country. Do you think right wing will rise to upcoming feature? Oh, yeah, Poland just passed a law that they will just pew pew anybody who's illegally crossing their borders directly. It's like, oh, you're illegal crossing, pew pew. Go F France, F UK, not Poland. Have you seen drone, the DARPA heavy lift? Dude, I have shared it on my Telegram that 4:1. They are trying to achieve 4:1 payload. That is shocking. That is shocking. But more, why do some people cry when the pest dies? It's just an animal, still they cry. Why? You are asking either a rage bait question or a stupid question. I'm not gonna answer that. A few centuries ago, you was fighting amongst themselves, much like, but they evolved gradually, transition to democracy. That's the whole thing. See, starting point of everybody was bad. This whole part, oh, they had early start. That does not matter. Like, you nuked Japan, you burned every single city they had, you occupied it, they still recovered. You go to America before World War II, they were starving children. They had Great Depression. It was not like hee hee ha ha. Great Depression means people did not had money, any money. Like again, bad things happen, you recover from it. If you do not recover from it, if you keep repeating the same script for thousands of years, then you cuckoo. The population got exposed to democracy without undergoing the gradual transition. Many African states weren't homogeneous. Like, again, it's their problem. Is they have to solve it. For example, if you say Africa has a lot of language, I'm like, have you been to India? They have a lot of subcultures. Have you been to India? Again, exact same hardware, exact same skin color. Not exact, but like close enough. Close enough. And you take both of them got kaputted by Western powers. Again, right now, when I was doing the RoRo research, the basically railway cart system, I looked into what's the railway condition. Again, I know India's railway condition. I was looking into like what's the railway condition in Africa. All of them had the same complaining script. It's like, oh, Europeans built the railway to exploit. I'm like, okay, so did Britishers in India. But we took the system, expanded it brick by brick, day by day. We kept expanding it. We kept improving it. We took a system that was there to exploit us to make this our backbone. Why the heck you are bitching about the same thing that happened to us 75 years ago? Okay, let's say 65 years ago, but you are not even on the right track. Everybody was just bitching. So you can keep bitching, but you die. That's the whole point. You have a problem, you solve it, or you keep bitching it. We can recover from problems, but not from stupidity. Yeah, that's why I said, like, trust. If you have a low trust society, there is no solution. There is nothing that can be done. You need to have a high trust society, and that is not something that somebody can give you from outside or take away from outside. Have you seen the videos? Thousands of illegal territory in Spain. Got some groups are given free food. Yeah, see, women are there now. See, I keep saying now, what is the primary weakness of women? Is that temporal resolution. They do not perceive time good enough. And I used to think like, men are smarter. It's like, no, women keep scoring 100 out of 100 in every exam, every paper test you can do, women are better. It's like, then why the heck they suck so much? How the heck you can be so smart and being like a freaking oppressed victim in everything? It's just like, oh, they do not perceive time. Like time does not flow in their head. Like, oh, I'm going to do this and this is going to have this consequences in 75 years. That does not process. It's almost like, all those OnlyFans models girls. It's like, oh, it had consequences. Like everybody was telling you the same thing. It's just the same thing. Was the Subhash Chandra Bose idea the Indian dictatorship in first after independence? No, I do not like the idea. People should go through trouble. People should force it. And again, let me put it very clearly. Uh, Chandrasekhar Bose and the fact that India had a lot of competing idea at the start of our democracy, that is great. That means people had brain. That means people had different way of solving the same problem. That is awesome. One came ahead, another came ahead. That does not matter. The point is people had will and intellect to solve problem. Again, I do not agree with the method, but at least I'm happy that somebody had a solution. Okay, what if we try this? I'm happy with that. And I'm very happy that dictatorship did not happen, because again, look at what happened to Pakistan. It never works. It never. Look into Africa. Half of African nations have that same problem, forever dictatorship. I'm like very happy that my ancestor, again, I'm happy for both sides. Happy that somebody had a different way. Happy that a better way was chosen. Real name of river in India which died after building the dam on them. Go to Google Maps, scroll back time. Best part about these challenges is rise of hobbyist culture in a country. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Can we recover? Okay, power density of a brushless AC synchronous motor will have lower power density than permanent magnet, but no rare earth magnets, cheap, less dependency. Yeah, that is the only genuine part you have said. That when you're talking about brushless synchronous motor, it is bigger. It is bigger fundamentally. Now it will have more power than permanent, but it is bigger. You again, there is this. There are two companies, ZF Motor and Malay Motors. Both are making for electric vehicles. Zelly have figured out how to countersunk it into the shaft itself. So the size is exactly the same size, but it is a bit more massive. Again, it's physics-wise. You need more stuff. So yeah, that is there. That's the only genuine part. But efficiency-wise, there is no discussion. It is the most, in terms of operating range, it is the widest operating range. In every scenario, it is better. It's just the penalty is you have to deal with complex manufacturing cost, as in like the whole assembly line has to be complex. It's a big, complex, messy stuff. And you have to deal with what we call complex electronics. But again, electronics became cheap enough that it works. We wasted so much time. India should have been under one party rule for 30 years. Yeah, that does not undo. There is no undo button where it's like once you give someone taste of power for 30 years, it does not dissolve or change. It never works. Look into Russia, na? Immediately results nor wait term results. Once you create a dictatorship, people will never those who are in power, they will be like, yeah, what if we F you permanently? It's like it never works. It's one thing in human. uh, I think EU just made rules that feel like they wanted to delete themselves. Yeah, they did. We wasted a lot of time. We did not. Again, that's why I'm saying keep comparing India to African countries, and then you will understand we did not waste our time. You are comparing India to countries that had the advantage for 200 years. Compare that to whoever had advantage for 75 years, and then you're like, whoa, it's not even discussion. But early we became independent for electric motors. We never were dependent. I have no idea how the heck this even happened. Whereas like, we were dependent. I even made short on this like freaking 1 year ago. It's like we wasted a lot. Early we became independent. What's your view on caste system? It's outcome of all human civilization. It always creates that. Just names are different. Again, some cultures grow out of it. Some get stuck into it. I think we should reach Jarvis level AI in 30 years. Let's see. Let's see. I won't make sense. A smaller population comes a bit of AI is regular automation needs to scale. One great man once said, never waste a good crisis. Waiting for those graphene supercapacitor hulululu. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, thankfully power came. So again, in Bangalore, I barely had time. That was the underwhelming part. I did went to Bangalore. I did wanted to visit it because again, I have so much. Like my whole adult life started there. I studied there. I got job there. So it is very close to me, so to say. And I thought I will. And again, the site where I had to do that conference, that was also in MG Road, main location, and the hotel was also close enough to MG Road. So that was also good. Unfortunately, it was only for one day. I reached hotel after doing the what you call. This was the fastest what you call site to site I have done. Landed on the airport, took a taxi, directly went into the expo. Expo started in 1.5 hours. Did the expo, went to a room, and then just like left the hotel in the morning. Thankfully, did do some walk around because again, that's my old what you call hanging out spot when we used to hang out with children. Not children, as in like we were the children. Brigade Road. It's in MG Road across. That's where we used to be. So I did walk around a bit. Just wanted to feel it because again, my main job was to go there and observe Ahiravat motor, basically the actual machining and the hardware, so to say. So went there. That was much farther away. If you lived in Bangalore, you know Kannada language. No, unfortunately, no. So, went there to that. It was very far away. Went there, saw the factory. And again, this is one thing I will tell you guys. Whatever field you work in, learn to make documentation, like full-fledged proper documentation. If you do not do that, your talent would be wasted, practically speaking. So this is one thing that you guys must do. Again, the engineer I'm working with, like he's good, he's smart, he's competent. He's just like, he never writes anything down. I'm like, bro, you have to write it out. Like again, I have ordered a engraver for them. So from now on, all the parts and generally should be serialized in the CAM software, but it's too much messy, and we have too many people working through it. So it's like, okay, just machine the CAM, make it, and engrave the hardware. Let's hope that engraver works. So we'll machine it 1, 2, 3, and all that. So why you not go to Tech Expo like WMC Mobile World Congress? Here's the deal. Nobody pays me to do that. Again, I don't get paid for what you call Chemtech also, but again, Chemtech is provided by the guy who is gave me this camera. So I don't even ask. It's like, bro, and again, he takes care of like where I stay and like all that rest of stuff. So I don't have to worry about it. So practically speaking, it's all about money. It's like you want me in Bangalore, I'll be there. You have to pay me. As simple as that. I'm not gonna like again. I'm not gonna spend my money to go to some expo. Like somebody has to pay for it. The only place where I went without getting paid was IIT Kanpur. And yeah, I'm not going to any place like that again. So I used to play GB in Delhi in childhood. GB. Play in GB? I don't know. You don't have a video on particle accelerator? Again, I don't know enough about it. Why Taiwan is not giving their control to China? Why are they fighting? Give control to China will benefit them. See, it's their life, their choice. The same thing you can say why these people are fighting. Basically, why Ukrainians are fighting, not just bend over. Again, they know the consequence. Same way, Tibetan knows the consequence. CCP worked very hard to delete every religion so they can F the public. And again, anyone who has studied any sort of human culture knows that this works. And like, but they have progress. They don't. There is a progress, and then there is selling your tomorrow to make your today brighter. That's what China did. Again, every mathematician warned them, not just in basically Western powers. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, including Chinese mathematicians, said, "Do not introduce this one child policy. It will delete you." They did. Now they're like, "Hey, please have 3 child." It's like, no. Once you deleted it, there is no undoing it. Right now, the mathematics are coming up. Is like they might be short of population by millions, hundreds of millions, meaning they might not even have like India is give or take 1.6 billion, right? Like 1.5 to 1.6 billion people. They might be less than 1 billion people. They just keep inflating the number, and it has consequence. Like not only the what is that sector, building sector, real estate sector is going to collapse. They're like this close to what we call cascading failure. So they know any culture who is wise enough will see CCP and they're like, yeah, they retard. They are not basically they are exactly like Soviet Union, and they're like, no, but what if we do this bullshit in like allow capitalism? But again, they can't. One Jack Ma became powerful enough, influential. It's like, okay, let's just gonna take his companies and give it to us. You can't do that. Like, it's the same meme that you have seen. Like, I cleared the room and the only mess left was me. CCP is that. They can't give progress because progress requires open growth. Once you give the open growth, then they're like, whoa, 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 what do you mean you're not gonna like, be slave to me? It's like, no. That's why I said like a dictatorship always sounds great in short term, always destroys you in long term. Ask Pakistan. Next to us. Ask. I did not do podcast like a well-known podcaster. My man, they are not calling me. It's like I can't just go, yo, Joe Rogan, my man. Like that's not how it works. The only there is a what you call gaming guy who wanted to do podcast. Again, I have done it with his channel. Professor reached out to me. I have done podcast with him. Any large one has not come up with me. And again, this is one thing I have to say. I came to realize this. It's like I was angry that like CV Global, basically the people who come up with the patent, Ron and his team, why the heck they messed up? Like they should have done this, and we would have AO1, AO12, AO23, like whole serial production. And then it hit me. If they had done that, they would not have needed Ahirawat. Now then I was angry. It's like, okay, Ahirawat did this sort of mistake. It's like, oh, if they had done it, I would not have been needed. So my existence relies on the fact that these two units made a mistake. And then same thing with YouTube. There are so many Indian YouTuber, like, who have better face, better video editing, these graphics and blah, blah, blah. None of them talks about a single motor like as it is. So that's why my channel exists. Like, why do I get called in this sort of scenario? Again, like if I shared my phone book, basically the people I stay in touch with, the list is who's who in each sector. So, like again, I had the luxury of talking with the Deepika Bhatto. She is very important woman. Why? Government goes to her to talk about like, okay, how do we detect pollution? Like she is the one handling that. Sasank Vishnoi, he's responsible for low carbon concrete. He is the founding father. So I have a very long list, and then it realized like all the things that are problematic is like, oh, this is not happening or that happening. That's fundamentally is the reason why I have that. By your logic, America and all European and Poland should be dead by now. Again, Poland is working very hard to fix it. And again, I said 90 years, and this brain damage is very recent. So like, again, if you are like, oh, got him, it's like, bro, do the math correctly. Do the math goddamn correctly. 90 years. Bro, we are not 90 years behind 1990s. Jesus. Chinese security knows how to handle this now. And Poland. No, I was shocked. Like Poland is like, no, we're gonna shoot you at sight. Like I'm like, damn. And they changed it in constitution. It's like if you're gonna cross the border illegally, you did. I'm like, damn. Like that's some ballsy shit. Like, damn. And it's like, Tony Stark. Your name is Tony Stark, but your like temporal resolution is almost like I plant a seed and you do not see it, and tomorrow it's like, oh, there is no tree. It's like it takes time. Please make a video on Y2K. Too boring. China's only. So anyway, I'm very happy. While it did cost me a lot to pay the programmer, but I'm happy that I did. And yes, the program is open source and free. So all of you can experiment with it, play with it, learn. And if you have any feedbacks, like again, please take screenshots, do screen captures if you can, and all of that, do share with me so I can refine it more. I'm not happy with the basically layout constraint, but we'll fix those things brick by brick. No, religion is not BS. Religion is necessity for human culture. Once you break religion, the corruption starts to spread. And again, if you think India has corruption, Indians, shopkeepers do dhandli. You look into Chinese systems, dude. In India, if you buy copper wire, the worst thing you're gonna get is aluminum wire. Okay, in India, if you buy Chinese copper wire, you will get cement. You do not know what level of corruption has become normalized when you're talking about China, which everybody knew. Everybody knew. If you break religion and you do not replace it with something decent, it will always happen. Why bigger universal motors are efficient than smaller one? I don't know where that data point came from. And I don't even think anybody uses universal motor because it's ugly in every demand. And because it has brushes and not slip ring, it has split ring, it's electromagnetically very, very noisy. My question is why CV companies couldn't have tried to manufacture. They did. They wasted. They did. They did. They did make the AO one, the one that we, if you had come to any of the expo we were doing, you could have seen that physical hardware. They did. Again, they messed up certain things. That's why we are here. Basically, they ran out of money. TLDR, they ran out of money. I'm late. Is there an Android app for the video editor? No, no, no. It's not a video editor. It's a video processing tool. Okay, now YouTube is having been bit over many decades. Like look up that data. Trace the data. It started to go down in 1990s. The number, like only country that has gone down drastically is South Korea, and that only after 2010. What's your Independence Day plan? When is the Independence Day? 15, Saturday. Huh. I did not knew that. Now I'll think about something. Anyway, Tony Stark, you already have made up your mind. So why are you talking? Like you have already made up your mind. Why are you talking? So it's like I'm not getting that. Anyway, I would just urge you guys to just use the app, see whether it works. And yes, it will throw up an error in Windows Defender. You have to, again, once we become big enough, we have enough money, then we'll ask Microsoft to, validate it. But other than that, I don't know how to solve that problem. But other things, log file was not working. There was an issue with bitrate that has been fixed. Other issues were, small issues were there that has been fixed. It will take time to make it what I desire it to be, but I'm happy. And if even hundreds of people start to use it, it will become a very good, useful thing. It's something that you will have in your PC as a background item. It's just like once in a while, oh, I need to rotate the video, open it, rotate it, move forward. Oh, I need to trim this video file, done it. Flip this video file, done it. So that's the dream job I have on this. Again, I was worried that he might get a job and leave the project, but that's why I rushed so hard to get the beta launched. Once it's done, it's there. I'm going to make an Android app in the future. Android app is not needed. If you're transferring video files, let's say on WhatsApp or Telegram, it already gives you that feature. It already allows you to shrink the video file. Like Telegram has like very in-depth system. Like it shows you like 720p, 480p, 320p. It has so much compression ratio and timeline trimming and what you call this. What you call crop. Yeah, crop function. Chinese wire company shafts copper wire with real nodes to verification. Yeah, see, people, you might be like bit jaded, like, oh, India has corruption and this. Yes, we do. Absolutely factually. But again, I keep saying India is not a high trust society nor a low trust. We are like very awkward. Like we are the only country in this planet that is in this domain where it's like not great, not terrible. Africa, terrible. Western countries were, not today. Today they cuckoo. They were good. Japan, good. We are like not good, not terrible. We are like completely in between. Now, to be fair, mathematically speaking, it's mostly because of Mahabharat's penalty, but it is what it is. So if you study what's actually happening in China, what's actually going on, like why do you think Tofu Drake project is a thing? Why do you think Tofu Drake project is a thing? It's not an Indian thing, it's a Chinese thing. Too many comments in Hindi channels, very less comedy, because this is a smaller channel. Like this has like what, 20,000 subscriber? Much smaller compared to like almost 380,000 subscribers. And though Hindi channel has like what you call only paid members are allowed to talk in chat. So that's there. What do you think about RAM and SSD prices are gonna come down when they? I do not think so. I think people will get used to it and companies will be just keep making profit. Exact same thing would happen with GPU. Exact same thing happened with hard disk drives. So yes. For what job role he applying to, like general software engineer? Who? Again, I was in talks with this Jagannath guy, and he is the one who 1.5 years ago we were working on this, but again he had some other issues to deal with, so that project got halted. But this time I was like, okay, I'm gonna take your time, but I'm gonna compensate you, even again not a full-fledged salary, but better than nothing. So that way I can have some competence that it will be done. But again, I'm happy. I think a few more core functional updates, it will be good enough to be wrap up, like, it will be good enough for 0.1 will become 1.0 at that point in time. Of course, I do want to add a repair function. I do want to add a converter function, but converter is a very messy thing. Like, I have to think about the GUI. What's your future project? My man, too many things are happening. Like, I have too many things. Like, I stopped electrical thing because, again, physically traveling, dealing with certain health things and all that stuff. The software was also going on the background. But again, I'm happy. The software part is at least, like, reached a milestone. Not the milestone, a milestone. I'm happy with that. Again, if engine starts on, like, we'll try to start it on Monday. Let's assume, what is on Monday? Today is, what date is today? Today is 8. So let's assume by 17th, if you are lucky, the engine actually runs. Then again, then this YouTube will become a secondary thing. If Ahiravat engine works, we'll start to get funding. Then of course, I'll have to let this YouTube thing go or run it as, like, side gig. But again, if full-fledged YouTube things happen, oh sorry, full-fledged full-time job starts to, I get the job in Ahiravat, of course I can't at that point in time will be able to maintain YouTube. And while I can make short, problem is short does not pay. Like, I have so many shots that have crossed 100K, even million, barely any money. So YouTube will become the secondary thing. Too many things. Like, right now I have too many things in my plate, but it's a good problem to have. Rather than being jobless, I'm happy. Make a video on your stock portfolio like other YouTubers do once in a year. Nah, it's just basically Nifty 50, nothing more than that. And again, I recently decided to not diversify my stocks simply because I thought if I had, like, let's just say 5 lakh rupees in my Nifty 50, I should be able to get a 5 lakh rupee loan. Turns out you can only risk up to 50%. So I have to have, like, very large amount of money in the stocks in order to basically in index funds in order to engine run of car. No, engine right now, just engine in India with Indian manufacturing. Land must be died cheap. It's not. Politics, my man, politics. My friend is there now, literally there. I know it's not cheap. Can you just do a live after joining Ahiravat? Maybe. See, here's the deal. I have only 24 hours in a day, and actually working in a full time, like, this is my job, I'm getting decent pay. Again, anybody who's giving you decent pay, they will extract decent enough work out of it, and you want it to happen. And again, I also want it, because in Ahiravat scenario, because I'm an executive class, chief visionary officer, the company does better, the my pay rate goes better. So it's not like it's just a labor. No, I'm like, I cannot be replaced there. So I have to work extra hard, because again, all of that hassle has to be taken care of. Mutual fund can give 75% loan. Mutual fund, yeah, the index funds are mutual funds only now. So again, 50% is the risk factor, they said. Again, I do not know. I've not been to what you call a CA or a bank where it's like actually do the math of that. But it is basically right now Ahiravat is one path, YouTube is another path. Now, I can't abandon YouTube right now, because again, Ahiravat has not reached that final stage. Once the engine runs, one is actually makes sense. Okay, we are not completely crazy. Then we have to make a few refined version. Then we have to go to testing center. Then we'll have the real data. Is like how, like, kitne pani mein, like how deep are we? After that, it's like, okay, let's go all in. So it's a messy process. You're gonna follow buy, borrow, and die strategy. I'm sort of thinking that RAM SSD probably will go down, but it seems it will not happen. Yeah. Again, I'm old enough where I remember hard drive used to be cheap. I'm old enough. Like 4,000 rupees for 1 terabyte. It's still not there. Religion is always more and more people get science education. They are far stringent in this. See, religion, they try to control people. That's why I said, like, dictatorship always ends this way. They try to control people. You brute force remove religion, you brute force change their culture. Once you change the culture, corruption happens. Corruption kills you. It's not like, oh, eventually, again, there is a phase out. That's one thing. But if you force it, you die. Like you die. There is no if this, then that. Again, it's a slow thing. So do not be that guy who's like, oh, 5 minutes earlier you said they're going to die. It's like, yeah, 90 years is a long time. And again, that 90 year does not mean zero. Like, okay, you had hundreds of people, now you have zero. It just means at that point in time, 90 years from now, you reach a point where it's what you call irrecoverable. As in, like, you can't undo that. Do not abandon YouTube channel, at least make a video once a month. Again, would you pay for it? Everybody wants everything, just nobody pays for it. So it's again, I have no idea why people think I do it for free. Like, again, it makes money. Even this channel, it's not that great. Even my camera channel, which barely has like what, 8,000 subscribers or something, it still makes money. Little, not too much. But again, combine all these three primary channels, it does become decent enough. I don't make videos from your new company to promote them. Also, again, I do. Literally, I have a different YouTube channel and I have talked about CV Engine. Again, I do not want to do over promise and under deliver because timeline has been humiliating. It has been a problematic stuff, but that is life. It takes time. And again, we are stuck in a chicken and egg scenario. We need a lot of money to build a R&D center, to build an engine. Nobody is going to give us money to build the R&D center unless we can show the engine. You see the problem? So 1 terabyte HDD 4K, yeah. Remember that, like, that was normal. I remember when flooding happened and the price started to spike. Like, that's how bad it was. Anyway, it's been 1 hour. Again, I would urge you to check out the Discord, check out the GitHub link I have already shared. Use it, share the feedbacks, see whether it works or not, or what is working, what is not working. And then I'll see you guys next week. Bye.